Hello, we left off doing a pretty basic query, getting some information about an NDC, and we basically just use the intermediate table, which is the simplest way to use SageRx, but it's kind of boring because you just do a simple select all query. So to do a little bit more, maybe harder, but more interesting stuff, we're going to use the staging tables. All right, so if we go back into staging, we open up tables. And we again look at all of our Rx norm tables. So one thing I was going to maybe try to do was to see how many different dose forms that fluticasone is available in, because I know fluticasone is in creams and ointments and inhalers and things like that. And so if we start with our ingredients table, we can pull it over to our query editor. Let's just do like a select all from staging Rx norm ingredients, and you can give it an alias like ing, where, and let's see what the columns we have. We can expand the ingredients table, go to columns. So we have Rx QE, name, term type, and active and prescribable. So I'm going to say word name, and I say like fluticasone. I'll run that. All right, so you can see we have fluticasone by itself as a single ingredient, and then the other ones are all combination products or multiple ingredient products. So fluticasone, salmeterol, azelastine, fluticasone, etc. One of those 3 ingredients. All right, so we know the one that I'm curious about is, for right now, is the single ingredient. So maybe we'll, instead of like, we'll say equals and get rid of this extra stuff. Okay, so now we have our ingredient that we're looking for. So how do we get from ingredients to dose forms? So ingredients up to clinical product components and over to dose forms is where we want to go. So we have to do a couple of table joins. Going back into here, and do left join. It was a clinical product components. We'll name that prod on prod dot, see what our columns are. Ingredient Rx QE down here equals ing dot Rx QE. So the Rx QE of the ingredient table right here. So if we run that, we get an error because this is ambiguous. So we're ingredient dot name equals fluticasone. All right. So right now we have 43 rows. All of these are fluticasone ingredients, and over here you can see the product names that have those as the single ingredient. So there's things like dry powder inhalers, and we have nasal suspensions, topical ointments. Okay, so we have a full list of products. What we really want to know is how many distinct dose forms are available for a single ingredient fluticasone. So to do one more join, so we're going to do left join, and then we want to pull in our dose forms. That was the third table to get to. So we pull in dose forms, call that one df on prod dot, that's the product table, remember, clinical product components. So we have ingredient Rx QE, we also have dose form Rx QE. So prod dot dose form Rx QE equals df dot, I'm guessing Rx QE, we'll double check. Rx norm dose forms, yep, there's an Rx QE column. So if we run that, we'll still have 43 rows, but now we have the product names here, and then we also have the individual dose form names. Okay, we're one step away. So instead of getting all that information, we want to get the distinct dose form dot name, right? Dose form name. Okay, so we have 7 distinct dose forms. You can even do some cool stuff like grouping by dose form, and then doing a count instead of a distinct. So now we know that there's 26 products that are dry powder inhalers and 9 that are meter dose inhalers. So here's just some examples of querying SageRx with Rx norm data. Thank you. Bye.